since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Porter in at the small forward. They get it again. Randall lays it up off the glass.
You know, guys, Randall is simply a beast on the offensive boards.
And here's Denver. Brown, the pass to Gordon. Murray left side. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Randall passes to Conley. Back to Randall. There's the triple. Craps in the tray. Randall's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randall, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by Gordon. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jokic passes to Porter and finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Gordon against Randall. Ring shot on the way. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Brown. A three-pointer, no good. Being at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to Boston. Randall passes to Gobert. 1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. 4 on the clock. That's a 2 from Randall. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. It's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Brown. A rebound by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. He had 15 points last outing. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And here is McDaniel. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So on the floor for Denver, the forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
McDaniels dishes to Gobert. Knocked loose. Porter with the steal. Gordon goes in. And that one, good. Gordon's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Boy, it's easy to admire the aggressiveness of Gordon. This guy is always looking to take it strong to the cup.
Gobert with it, now guarded by Porter. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Gobert. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets leading by 4. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Murray against Conley. Murray, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Gobert with a wide open look. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. They retain possession. Jokic kicks to Porter. Back to Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Here's Randall. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around to create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Shot from the wing. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Edwards. Conley's got his second bucket.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
The kick out to Porter. And it's Murray penetrating. Brown the pass to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Love the old school fake by Porter Jr., bringing them in close to make sure he draws the foul.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Randall. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. Back to Reid. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Alexander Walker on the wing. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Denver leading by 11. Here's Brown, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it's all said and done. Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Miller's checked in.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
12 seconds left in the second quarter. Right side, Gordon. Pass to Brown. The three. Nailed from three-point land. Brown's got 15 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's Denver with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for tuning in.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively. You can feel the frustration building.
Man.
And now that'll do it for our show.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've got Naz Reid. Joe Ingles is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Conley, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves' 5.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
From the wing, Denver grabs the miss. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Jordan finds Westbrook. To the wing on the left. Here's Strother. Hits it from three-point range. Strother's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nuggets. Here's DiVincenzo. Driving in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo put in on a show on that drive.
There's the pick. Pass to Tyson. Here's Chancellor. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Westbrook has tremendous elevation for a guard. So athletic, and not only does he get high up in the air, he's strong while he's up there.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Jordan with a screen on Ingles. Got a piece of it. Pass to Chancellor. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. 19-point game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. With a break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. fourth, the Nuggets.
They had great productivity from their shooters last year. The guys they were counting on to knock down a high percentage of their shots, they did that. And they hope to see those same kinds of numbers this year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Miller's checked in for Joe Ingles, and Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game. It's beautiful. Here's Chunshaw. And that time, also a missed shot. Timberwolves trail by 13. DiVincenzo with it. Westbrook picks him up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First in opponent field goal percentage, first in opponent's points per game, and they were ranked 3rd in three-point shooting. They can burn you from deep as well as they shot it. The three-pointer really has become the focal point of their offense.
And Greg, you talked about their killer defense, holding opponents to the lowest shooting percentage in the league. They just shut teams down. And that one's good. Strother.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. The Nuggets leading by 15. Now Westbrook. Denver passing it around. Over to the left wing. Here's Strother. Defended by DiVincenzo.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Dillingham. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So Denver ends up going with a whole new group. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. Here's Shannon. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Edwards moving that orange like a real pro.
For Minnesota, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. 3 on 3. The shot, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Nuggets on. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So out there for the Nuggets right now, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the 1. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
McDaniels against Murray. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Takes a 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 16. Puts it up from 12. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Conley.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Porter kicks to Jokic. Back to Porter. 5 on the clock. Pass to Brown. Second chance shot. Rebound Minnesota. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Here he goes. Man! Oh, my! What a play.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
And hand down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Pulls up on the wing. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
McDaniels against Porter. Outside Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Brown. Back to Porter. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Conley with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Goes up on the high post. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Jokic a screen. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
Randall passes to Conley. Jokic grabs the miss. To the left wing. Here's Brown. The Nuggets with another miss. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Gobert.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
With the teardrop, count it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, it's nice to see young guys like McDaniels come onto the floor and make the right play.
Jokic with it. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. So we see Denver get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. Tyus Jones is out there with Devin Booker, and it's Beal in at the small forward position. Now here's Randall. Puts it up from 15 and off the glass. That one's good.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And he dunks it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Durant draws the double. Outside Booker. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Brent.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
Here's Edwards. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. Here's Booker. Outside Durant. Jones from outside. And Conley grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Kept alive. Nurkic's shot is good.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. McDaniels from long range knocks down the long J. McDaniels got 5 points.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
And he let me in on their strategy for Devin Booker. He said no easy shots for Booker tonight. We only want him taking off-balance, tough looks. At least that's our hope. Sounds like they'll be throwing everything they can at Booker defensively, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. And Minnesota has possession after the basket by Phoenix on the other end.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team, and now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
For 3, Durant. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. He's got 10.
Slick shot by Durant. Gets the pass and is in his motion a second later.
Conley passes to Edwards. Back to Conley. Shoots over Booker. Here's Gobert. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now here's Conley. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Look at the toughness from Conley. He's seen a lot in this league and won't go down easy.
The 3 is up. Booker no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Back to Edwards. Randall outside. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Suns trailing. Here's Beal, trying to make up for his poor performance in that loss to Memphis. Pass to Durant, back to Booker. Beal from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
They're one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. McDaniels with it. Back to Conley. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Durant for 3. Connects from downtown. Durant's got 13 now. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Puts up a deep 3. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Phoenix out in front. They're up by 1. And the second. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. And Edwards slams it in.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
Booker for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Jones feels it out. Back to Nurkic. And Gobert with a block.
Yeah, the long arms, it's difficult to protect your shot from Gobert's reach.
Book it. And it's Randle with the assist. Randle's got 4 assists in the game.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Pass to Gobert. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Conley. Good. 3rd basket in 6 attempts. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, it seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
3-pointer, Beal. McDaniels with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
Ooh, nice fadeaway to get it over the top. Durant's got 8 here in this quarter. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Randle. Oh, denied by Durant. And he's able to get it back. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Pass to Beal. The kick to Durant. Yes, sir! KD for 3.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, Richard, you attempted to guard Kevin Durant in your playing days. How hard was that?
It was not easy. He's an elite scorer, ball handler. Oh, yeah, he's also 7 feet tall. KD is one of the toughest assignments that you will ever face.
Edwards can't hit. The Suns have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. McDaniels against Beal from the arc. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Edwards got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Conley. No luck on that one. Nurkic with some nice D. Phoenix has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Pass to Durant. McDaniels with some nice D.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Bradley Beal. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Yusuf Nurkic picks one up.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall, but he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
And he makes both free throws.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Jones drives in. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. For 3, Randall. That shot off. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota leading by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? And time to switch gears. The Suns are in a close one after the first half of play.
What a job they did from three-point land. I don't know if they can keep...
And that's a wrap on.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. We've got Bol. Grayson Allen is out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Mason Plumlee, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Miller outside, fires for 3. Can't hit that one. The Suns leading. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Here's Bol. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 3-point Phoenix lead.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Miller. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
O'Neal misses.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
DiVincenzo with it. Guarded down by Bol. Miller against Allen. A little mid-range shot is up. Miller can't get it to go.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's DiVincenzo. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Morris outside. Pass to Allen. Takes a 3. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Alexander Walker. Rejected by Bull. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Miller.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
And finished off by Bull.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Pass to Morris. For Dillingham. Morris can't hit. Minnesota has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. DiVincenzo on the wing. Guarded by Morris. DiVincenzo can't hit. And it's Phoenix's ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Allen can't get it to go.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention, Richard, but his efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
Here's Dillingham. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, O'Neal. Reed with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Dillingham. Miller with it. 6 to shoot. Outside, Alexander Walker. Off target with the 3. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. O'Neal misses. And stolen by Bull.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Here's Dillingham. Here he goes. Rejected by Bull. Here's Morris. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Phoenix with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! Yeah, look at the concentration. Through contact, Edwards gets the shot off. Just a... tremendous fight.
Phoenix leading by 6. Here's Jones. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards plows through the contact.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
Beal to pass to Durant. The 3. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed. Beal's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Durant. Big time from KD. Wow.
Look at Durant utilizing his length, snatching the offensive board. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 7 foot and sending it right back.
Gobert, no good.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And that one's good by Durant.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the 4th.
And they recover it. Gobert. No good. Unable to win this run.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Beal with it. He's picked up by Conley. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
It's the sheer size of Nurkic. It's his girth. It is so tough to contend with.
Counted.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Phoenix leading by 11. Nurkic inside. Defended by Gobert. The 3, Durant. Nails it from beyond the arc. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Beal. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. And the Suns lead by 16.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Left side, McDaniels. Randall outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Gobert. Offensive board. Here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line. And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can.
So many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Edwards. Here's Jones. Beal outside. Pass to Durant. Edwards against Booker. Off the mark there with a 3.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Oh, another highlight reel play from Anthony Edwards. Oh, this guy is fun. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
And that one's good from Conley.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts, and he has the skill.
And stolen by Edwards. Conley with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Conley. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
It's blocked by Gobert. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. For three, Durant. Good! Another from three.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
For three, Conley. He connects! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Captain Clutch, one of Conley's many monikers, appropriate here. Just wow.
Booker finds Durant. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Minnesota now. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
He's been doing it for a while now. Beal is the guy.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
The drive by Randall. Nice D from Durant. And it's Beal with the ball for Phoenix. At one point, they led by 16. Booker no good. Edwards against Booker. And Durant with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Stolen by Booker. And stolen by Edwards. From deep. That shot, no good. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Just a gutsy performance on the road. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.
Try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Tyus Jones out there with Devin Booker. And it's Beal in at the 3 slot. Good on the triple.
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. The Suns beat them last time these two teams met in Phoenix.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, taking care of the ball has to be their #1 priority. But they also have to stay aggressive. You have to strike a good balance.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And so here's Denver, following Durant's 3-point attempt. Jokic passes to Brown. Jokic with his screen on Booker. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Clock at 6. Over Durant, and the basket by Gordon.
Well, you look at Gordon's shooting percentages over the last few years, he tries to take high percentage shots.
Jones dishes to Durant. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively, 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Gordon kicks to Porter. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Murray, the pass to Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Well, there's no lack of confidence from Jokic behind the arc. He's dangerous from anywhere.
Didn't think that was going to go in. Durant's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Suns.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Beal, following the miss by Jokic. Jones, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Denver scoring again.
Well, Murray can create space off the dribble, and he doesn't hesitate with that pull-up.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Here is Porter. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Back to Jokic. Pass to Brown. Rebound by Nurkic.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, you have to throw so much weight at Jokic on defense that eventually he'll just step into it and draw a foul.
Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark. And he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, and now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
Now here's Murray. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Pass to Brown. Off target with his 3.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jones dishes to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. And it's Durant missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's tipped. Durant with the steal. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Jones kicks to Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Well, they've got to be careful. A big key to beating them is keeping Booker off the line as much as possible.
And he sinks the second. Here's Porter. They grab their own miss.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Here's Durant. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Devin Booker out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Beal in at the 3, the small forward. Murray, no good. The Suns trailing. High post, KD. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to KD. Fires the 3. Durant nails the long-range 3.
And there's no shot Durant can't hit. Has an amazing touch from way outside the arc.
Porter with it. Now Beal defending. Murray against Durant. Murray the pass to Porter. And the basket is good.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Denver shooting the ball at 42%. Brown the pass to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Jokic kicks to Porter. Murray right side. Here's Jokic. Jokic doing the job inside.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
Here's Durant. Kicks it out to Jones. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession. Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Durant for 3, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
The offensive rebound, Gordon, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you know, guys, every team could use a glue guy like Gordon. He brings all the intangibles and will do whatever it takes to win.
And really, Coach Van Gundy, the acquisition of Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets was one of the things that elevated them to the championship caliber team that we saw.
Yeah, Kevin, he was sort of the missing piece. He's a great fit in the front court alongside of Jokic. His athleticism, his defense, his ability to score inside have really made them a great tandem.
And what about his ability, Stan, to fit in right off the bat and make a difference?
You know, just about anybody can fit in playing with Jokic, Kevin. He makes the game easy.
Well said.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
No good from Booker.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Now Durant, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Jones finds Durant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And it's a 3-point Phoenix lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Suns?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Now here's Durant. 13 points in the game from about 16. Jump shot is good. KD's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Jokic with a screen on KD. And it's Gordon with the finish.
He is an all-world dunker. Gordon with the monster jam.
Pass to Durant. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's his first foul. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Sinks the triple. KD's got the lead up to 3 now for Phoenix.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Beyond the arc. And Brown pulls it down.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, normally we see Porter Jr. shoot it from deep, but I'd love to see him go inside more. He has great length and touch.
Pass to Booker. Durant just inside the line. A second chance effort. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Kevin Durant. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Gotta be impressed with what he's done so far, right, fellas?
Oh, for sure, Ernie. It reminds me of the times when my shot was falling.
And taking a closer look at that first half, how about Kevin Durant?
He's been money from distance, taking.
And that's a halftime wrap.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
We've got Jordan, and it's Tyson in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Now, here's Bull. Pass to Plumlee. Allen with it from about 19 feet. And it's good off the back rim and in. Allen's got the game tied up here for the Suns. Here's Chanshaw. He's guarded by Plumlee. Westbrook against Morris. Here's Chanshaw. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Westbrook. His three-pointers off the mark. Allen inside. And the wide-open shot for Morris. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now it's a 3-point Suns lead.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Masterful touch there on the floater. Westbrook is so tricky with it. A difficult cover for the defense.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, I don't know what happened during halftime, but he just hasn't had his focus since the break. Too many careless turnovers.
Pass to Tyson. Over O'Neal. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Westbrook with the steal. Jordan with the ball. Now guarded by Plumlee. Chanshaw, the pass to Westbrook. And it's off from three-point range. Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And O'Neal gets it to go.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Jordan dishes to Westbrook. Pass to Tyson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Tyson's got 4 this quarter.
Westbrook has an exceptional talent for creating for his guys. He sets them up, and boy, they are knocking them down.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Tyson. He's guarded by Plumlee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. The Nuggets have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. Hope is with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. Denver with the ball. Phoenix able to drain the three. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Pass to Strother. A three-pointer off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And yes, it's good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And O'Neal with the basket on the assist by Morris. O'Neal's got 8 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Out to the right wing. Strother buries it from three-point range.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Bull. Shoots the three. That shot off. Here's Tyson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nuggets lead by 2. And when head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up.
Just keep grinding. Keep getting stuff.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Jones is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Beal in at the small forward.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And Booker kicks to Beal. And the 3 off target. Denver leading by 4. And it's Gordon penetrating. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
For 3, Durant. And it's Denver with the rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Murray, no good.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
The shot by Beal, no good. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting here about 46% for the game.
Well, if there's a better passing big man than Jokic, I want to know who it is.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Brown. Boom, he chains it straight down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Durant. Kicks it out to Booker. Beal from long range. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
Jokic on top, defended by Jones. 6 to shoot. Murray outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Durant. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
There's no limit to what KD can do scoring the basketball.
Jokic passes to Porter. Murray outside. Back to Porter. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Straight to the bucket. Durant.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Murray outside. They're outside. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Well, he's an NBA champion, and Porter Jr. knows when to step up.
Pass to Jones. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And even without that 3 ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now here's Murray. Here's the 3. Kept alive. Brown the pass to Porter. In the corner, it's Gordon. There's the three. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Suns trail by 3. Outside, Jones. Pass to Nurkic. Outside, KD. From about 19 feet, Nurkic finds Durant. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Brown, the pass to Porter. Here's Murray up on top. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And now a 5-point Nugget lead.
Well, that's the way Murray can create chances. That's why you want him with the ball in clutch situations.
Porter with a block. Pass to Murray. Here's Brown. Defended by Booker. Porter a screen on Booker. Brown the pass to Porter. And Devin Booker pulls it down. Outside for Beal. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now here's Gordon.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam. So the Nuggets win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially...
Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony...
Spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about is the five-man phased out of the game, and all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point.
There is a little speed from Jokic on that drive. I mean, you don't expect him to put it on the floor and just go.
Here's Conley. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Randle outside. The 3-ball. Rebound by the Nuggets. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
And it was an entertaining game, but hard to win when you're inconsistent.
Now here's Murray. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Atlanta.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And here's Minnesota now. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, BA, because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
Gordon, the pass to Porter. Good work defensively by Randle.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Basket's good.
Well, Julius Randle in the open floor can be a real problem and shows you that right there.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Here's Randle. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Out to Gordon. Launches a 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
I love that Aaron Gordon goes right up with it. He's got really good instincts for knowing when to catch and shoot.
Gordon against Randall. Another shot. Gobert hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gobert's got his second basket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. McDaniels, that's good.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Murray against Conley. Pass to Brown. To the paint. Lets it fly. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Minnesota leading by 3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks.
Well, Julius Randle has made it clear he has big aspirations as a player. And what you love is he's going to invest the time to make his game all that much more dangerous.
Now here's Murray. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
Minnesota on D. Leading by 5. Down low. Outside for Porter. Back to Jokic. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Jokic has gotten his second bucket on the night.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. The shot by Brown, no good.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Minnesota leading by 6. Inside. Randall can't hit.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Got it.
But you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. The baseline J. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Edwards with it. Now Porter defending. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Randall against Gordon. On the wing, Porter. Now here's Jokic. Not a lot of room. Pass to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Jokic, no good. It's McDaniels on the wing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Conley and Ant are the one of the two. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels, and it's Gobert in at the center position.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
Well, Doris, if you're a Wolves fan, you really have to enjoy the present.
Well, think about it. 56-26 last year, their second best record ever. A 3 seed in the West, also their second best ever. As long as they have the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, that team should be a factor in the West.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
But Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Into the lane. Lets it go from 14. Jokic grabs the board.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Ooh, poked away. Conley with the ball. Checked by Gordon. Here's the break. Ahead for the finish. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
Conley passes to Edwards. The 3 is up. They get it again.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Minnesota leading by 9. Conley passes to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Brown grabs the board. The Nuggets shooting just 38% for this game so far. Count it. Good.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Denver. Murray looking around. Goes up on the wing. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Edwards for 3. Anthony Edwards reigns one in. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching. Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Porter, the pass to Gordon. Porter with a screen on Randle. Outside for Porter. Back to Murray. And here they come. Here's McDaniels. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
From 18 feet away. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McDaniels got 9 points.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
The NBA, it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Edwards can't hit. Nuggets trail by 16. And he drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
Combination of size and athleticism makes Anthony Edwards so tough to check on the drive. Good luck and good night.
And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's foul number 2 for him.
This quarter, they've already given up 6 points off turnovers.
And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Conley. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
Porter against McDaniels. And here's Jokic outside. Edwards pulls it in.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Gobert finds McDaniels. Up top, Randall. Defended by Gordon. Edwards. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. It could go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be back in a moment.
Please direct your attention.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's... And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you look at the numbers.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Julius Randle, he is getting it done today.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
They've got DeAndre Jordan, and it's Tyson in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Pass to Chanchar, and that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First team foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Chanchar's shot is off.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Out to DiVincenzo. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And coming off arguably the best season of his career, Dante DiVincenzo on the rise, Doris.
No question about it, B.A. becoming one of the feared shooters in the game from three-point distance. He's bounced around a little bit, but had his best season on both ends of the floor. This guy is a tough two-way player.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
And it's good for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
We know Russ can do this. He's averaged double-digit assists numerous times in his career.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Chanchar's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook.
Timberwolves foul. Dylan. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Denver has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Chanchar, guarded by Miller. Jordan goes in, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, DJ at his very best. Leave no doubt with that dunk. Go ahead, Mr. Jordan.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Here's Dillingham. No points so far. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Strother. No good on the triple.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They've protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead.
Second team foul.
Nuggets trail by 21. Westbrook outside. And Westbrook slams it home.
The motor of Russell Westbrook is out.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People on the review. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Dillingham. He's scoreless. Here's DiVincenzo, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Assisted by.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Nuggets trail by 21. Here's Westbrook, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use it.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen that a time or two from Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Pass to Miller. To the right side. Here's Dillingham. Still without a bucket. Back to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Here's Tyson. The shot comes out. Nice D from Reed. Here's Miller. Second chance shot. And that's off the glass and in. Miller's gotten his second bucket.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. Chanchar's shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Nuggets trail by 20. Here's Tyson. Here's Strother. No good from outside. To the inside. And it's Randle with the jam.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Doubled by Randle. Pass to Strother. Hits the trifecta.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
The Timberwolves lead by 19. Randle, the pass to Gobert. Ooh, basket interference. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
For Denver, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Now Conley. Back to Daniels. Pass to Edwards. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Randle uses the glass on the layup. Randle's got 4 points in the quarter.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And he gets it to go.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And again, it's Denver. Missing.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Porter's shot is off.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-5 run. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Here's Gobert. Takes it inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home. That gives him a double-double in this one.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And it's Randall with the jam.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to...
Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Gordon can't hit. Outside McDaniels. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second.
Man, good whistle there.
And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniel.
And both free throws good for McDaniels. Here's Murray. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForge.
And Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. Durant, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Count that one.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Durant with a screen on Edwards. Outside Durant, and it's Beal in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Outside, Jones. Knocked away.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Now Randle, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
A nice shot by Booker.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
He gets that one.
You know, Randle has a nice package. He's got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
And then Durant with the jam. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Randle. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Terrific body control by Randle. An and one machine.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Edwards can't hit.
Really good move to get inside, but then the defense was right there waiting for him.
Here's KD. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. KD's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Players with KD's size generally don't have that quick release, too. Incredible combination for him.
Nurkic the pass to Durant. Offline with his 3. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot, drafting Edwards 1st overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
This is what he does. Booker, an aggressive scorer who doesn't take any possessions off.
Shot by McDaniels, no good. Suns have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks.
You know, guys, Randle is simply a beast on the offensive boards.
Jones, no one around him. Off target from outside. Durant with the steal. And finished off by KD.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And it's Durant missing. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Back to Randall. Phoenix grabs the miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. There's 21 seconds left in the first. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Beal finds Booker. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Booker's got 11.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Suns on top, ending the first quarter on a 14-6 run. From Footprint Center, back in a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Devin Booker out there with Jones, and it's Beal in at the 3 slot. She's out there for Phoenix. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Kicks it out to Jones. It's Beal on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And Durant sends it back.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, a problem for the offense.
Minnesota with the ball. 7-point differential. Randall with the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Booker, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And it's Conley that time on the assist by Gobert. Conley's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against. Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Gobert finds Randall. That 3 off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play 2 bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. And I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship, and I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
Here's McDaniels. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Jones from outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Jones for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and he makes that one. McDaniel's got 6.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. From outside the arc, Phoenix grabs the miss. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Durant dishes to Beal. Over Randall. And the Suns miss again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Conley with the 3. And it's KD with the rebound. Booker the pass to KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 8 points for Kevin Durant.
I don't think KD's mid-range game gets enough recognition. I mean, if he has any kind of space, that mid-range shot is like a layup for him.
Pass to Beal. Now Plumlee. Back to KD. Booker finds KD. Again, the miss by KD. Edwards from deep 3-point territory. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
I think for the Timberwolves, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in prep.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that's a halftime wrap.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nice read out there with Miller. Then it's Dillingham, and it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
Suns leading by 6. There's O'Neal with the 3. Allen finds Ball. And contact on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Miller with the double team. Allen surveying the D. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Allen's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 7. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Morris kicks to Allen. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Inside, Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Miller.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Bol, that's good.
Not too many can match up with Bol in close.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. Plumlee with some nice D. Suns leading by 7. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
What a move by Bol. Take it.
And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line for one.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original person.
To review the play. Previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion...
The ruling on the floor stands.
And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That one misses for Bol.
When you've got an imposing force like Bol, you expect to see him at the line a lot.
Right wing. Here's Dillingham. Plays it up and banks it in. Dillingham's got his first points in this one.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
Does he even have to jump? Bol is a long guy.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Allen. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Morris, no good. The Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And Miller throws it down hard.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Bol finds Morris. Bol with it, and it's Miller picking him up. The 15-footer. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
I like the fact that Reed is pretty crafty. He's got a good understanding and feel for the game. I mean, he makes plays, especially around the hoop, that other big men can't.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Both free throws good for Miller. Phoenix leading by 4. O'Neal on the wing, defended by Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo put in on a show on that drive.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Ball sends it back. Here's Dillingham.
Oh! Oh, man.
Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Morris right side. Over Miller. Shot to stop the run. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, bro.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Tyus Jones out there with Devin Booker. And it's Beal in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And here's Booker from the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
In comes Durant. Pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Randall. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Down low, Nurkic with the steal. Now here's Beal. It's Durant on the wing. Stolen by McDaniels. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. And then Randall slams it in.
You know, guys, every year Randall seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
Booker, no good. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's McDaniels. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Beal, the pass to Jones. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Edwards kicks to Randall. Got a piece of it. Durant with the steal. Looking to get it going. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
Edwards against Booker. Edwards inside, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
is that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay review.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
People have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He throw good, Edwards.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Here's Booker. Booker brings the fans to their feet.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
Conley dishes to McDaniels. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Shaden McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
KD passes to Jones. Booker outside. Booker nails the three. So confident.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. Deal with it. Picked up by Edwards. Pass to Booker. Here's Nurkic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. Julius Randle picks one up.
A physical big. Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Gets the first, and that gives them the lead.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Randle gets to Conley. The three. That's good from Randle on the assist by Conley. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Durant. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
Edwards finds Gobert. McDaniels gets a wide open look. No good on the triple. Suns have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Booker, good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Conley just keeps producing. He's the ultimate professional.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Booker the pass to KD. Money!
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 3-pointer, Randle. It's in! Oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Calm when it counts. Randle has that clutch DNA.
Beal up top. Back to Booker. Pass to Beal. Gobert pulls it in. KD against McDaniel. .15 seconds left to play here in the 4th. To the inside. Randall. Oh, no good. It's good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
I don't know if they should actually look for the 3 here. That's a bit greedy. I'd take a good look, even if it's a 2-point basket. Take the high percentage shot.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Here's Edwards. Ooh, offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From Footprint Center, back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point. Randle dishes to Conley. No good on the 3. Now Phoenix shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. On the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you know, they get it to Durant because they trust him. They've got great confidence in him finishing in the open court.
McDaniels passes to Conley. Gobert trying to get open, and that one drops for him. Conley's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
Edwards, and Durant sends it back. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Randle. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Randle's got 26.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Bangs home the trifecta.
One of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
Jones finds KD. Outside, Beal. Good ball movement here by the Suns. To stop the run, and KD throws it down.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Randle outside. Here's Conley. Great D that time from Durant.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Drills the three-pointer.
What doesn't Kevin Durant do? He's showing us everything here.
Randle kicks to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Out to Edwards. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
For 3, Booker nails the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there. At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
And so here's Phoenix. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Durant kicks to Beal. They get the rebound. Outside, Jones. Booker against McDaniel. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beal. It drops.
And we know Beal is more than comfortable taking over in these situations.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
Here's Conley. Oh, off target. Randall against Durant. Randall with the block. Conley scanning the floor. And stolen by Booker. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg.
Of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Now Denver's starting five. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in it to five, down low.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Jokic with a screen on Booker. Inside. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. And they're running. Durant for three. Gordon pulls it in. And it's Porter with the ball for the Nuggets. The Suns beat them last time when these two met in Phoenix.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
Now here's Booker. Coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
Durant with the bucket.
And defensively, what can you really do against KD right there?
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
Booker no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Denver shooting their first free throw of the night here. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Now here's Gordon, just 4 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get one up, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Jones from outside. Brown grabs the board.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then. He's hitting on all cylinders. Booker takes off and never looks back.
Porter, the pass to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Jokic from behind the arc. Counted from distance. And it's all knotted up.
Yeah, standing tall at the arc, Jokic buries it.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer, and obviously facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Gordon. Pass to Brown. Three-pointer. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Jones from outside. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Nuggets trail by 3. They kick it out to Murray. Down low. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
They get it back. Jokic. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Jones against Murray. Left side Booker. Pass to Beal. On the wing Durant. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Denver.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Jokic. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Yusuf Nurkic picks one up.
With his skill set, Jokic draws a lot of fouls. Defenders have to watch out for the pass or the shot. It's a constant guessing game.
And what you love about this Denver offense, Grant, by and large, they take good shots.
Oh, they do. Top 5 in field goal percentage over the last 5 seasons. And a lot of that is Jokic delivering the ball to the right guy at the right time.
Jokic with a screen on Jones. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
Durant finds Beal. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Beal's got 5 points.
For a sharpshooter like Beal, those corner threes, they're easy money. Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court right now for the Nuggets. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point. Booker for three. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. Nikola Jokic, third.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Jones against Murray. Right side Jones. Lets it fly from 18. Booker missing again.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie.
Well, Jokic is the passing big man. The assists he racks up from his position are something else.
The three, Durant. And the Suns miss again. The Nuggets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And here's Gordon from the arc. Kevin Durant with a rebound. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Beal. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates. And it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Nurkic passes to Durant. Offensive rebound to the middle. On the wing, Durant. From downtown. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The shot by Brown, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Second chance effort. And it's Nurkic getting it to go. And it's a 4-point Phoenix lead.
Using that size of his, Nurkic secures the board and sends it back.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Saric checks in for Denver. Strawther comes in for Michael Porter.
I like how Nurkic finds his teammates, puts up solid assist numbers for a big man.
Here's Strawther. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Strawther's got his first points of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Jones feels it out. Outside Durant. It's stolen by Saric. Drives to the hoop. The shot, no good. Ooh, Durant with some nice D. Pass to Jones. Ooh, stolen by Murray. To the paint. Here's Strawther. Booker with the defensive effort. The Suns leading. Well, Grant, the Suns were swept in the first round last year. Are super teams a thing of the past, you think?
You know, perhaps, B.A. The Suns had KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal, but the constraints of the salary cap mean you end up a little top-heavy. The rest of the roster was tough for them to fill out.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Jones from outside. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic just got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to Saric. Outside Murray. There's the 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
For Denver, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good there.
That is a hard-won rebound, a man's rebound right there. Way to battle for it inside.
Booker, the pass to Jones. 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Brown. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. It's all tied in Phoenix. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Looking at the Nuggets, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
This game won't stay close. They continue to...
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did coach have some new ideas for them?
Mason Plumlee out there with Bol. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Here's Tyson. Pass to Jordan. Here's Strother. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Allen outside. Deflects the pass. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this. Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Outside Bull. Pass to O'Neal. Over Jordan. Here's Plumlee. Back to Bull. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Nuggets. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. And the basket by Westbrook.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Bull with it. No points so far. Off with the layup. Westbrook, the pass to Chanchar. Here's the pick. Tipped.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Allen from outside the arc. Nails it from 3. Allen's got 5 points.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. Got a piece of it. Now here's Porter, tightly guarded. Out to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And the skill set that Jokic possesses, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game.
Good on the second one. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Bull, screen on Murray. Morris passes to Bull. And down it goes. 2 points.
They haven't looked the same on defense during this second half. Seems like they are relaxing and allowing them to get whatever shot they want.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Back come the Nuggets on the run. The shot by Brown, no good. The Suns lead by 4. Morris for 3. Here's Bull. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Jokic.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Murray passes to Gordon. Porter from outside. Bol grabs the board.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to O'Neal. Outside Bol from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Bol's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Murray, no good. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Plumlee, a screen on Gordon. Bol, pass to Plumlee. Allen, right side. Here's the three. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got rebound number 11. And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Saric comes in for Nikola Jokic. And it's Pickett in for Jamal Murray. Porter with it. O'Neal covers. Pickett passes to Porter. Oh, it's blocked by Bol. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Brian, not today.
That's right. Good call, Allie. Thank you. Here's Allen. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Westbrook, he's checked in for Denver. Here's Westbrook, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Bol.
Taking it right to them. Westbrook holds nothing back inside.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. Second free throw, no good.
They're missing a chance to trim the lead by leaving points at the line. It's the little plays like that that can make all the difference. Not boxing out on free throws is a killer.
And it's Jones with the ball for Phoenix. 6-point game. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Saric shot is off. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. The offensive rebound. Out to Beal. Pass to Booker. Tries yet again. And it's in. Off the glass. Booker's got 11.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Three-pointer, no good. He got it up. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Phoenix out in front. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Russell Westbrook out there with Christian Brown. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Snatched up, Jordan. Nice D from Durant.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Three-pointer, Beal, and that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Here's Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Three-pointer, Beal. Suns keep it alive. Nurkic passes to Beal. Porter with the steal. And there's the lob. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
Outside Durant. Let's go with a 3. At the arc. KD drains it.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Westbrook. Nuggets trail by 14. Outside Murray. Soft touch off the glass.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Robbed. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. And Durant with the block.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
Here's Jokic.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Booker finds Beal. Porter with the steal. Gordon on the wing, guarded by Durant. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, everyone knows Gordon is a gifted dunker. I mean, guess the defense just needed a little reminder.
Jokic, no good. Phoenix leading by 10. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. And here's Booker. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Murray. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Here's Brown. Out to Gordon. The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Outside for Porter. Murray from outside. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
And this is why they go to Murray in critical spots of the game. He just knows how to come through.
Ooh. And Durant with the big finish.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Outside Murray. Out to the right wing. From deep, Jokic. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
Morphing from second-round pick to superstar. Jokic comes up big for this team night after night.
Murray finds some space. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Now just a 2-point Phoenix lead.
And we know Murray can get it done in these big moments. I mean, he can be just fearless.
Beal, the pass to Durant. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. Porter finds Murray. Down low. Gordon. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Durant. And Durant slams it home.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
A shot by Brown, no good. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
It's deflected.
And Porter Jr.'s teammates and coaches love when he hustles. When he does, he makes an impact on D.
They get it back. Here's Jokic. Money.
This guy has been wreaking havoc out there the last couple games.
He's been relentless, and he's been doing it in a variety of ways. But right there, it's all about the hustle on the offensive glass.
Here's Durant. Up and over Gordon. Oh, he nails it!
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
Murray for 3. Offline. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.